Let me tell you the dumbest school rules I've ever encountered in Hong Kong. First, no long hair for boys. You need to maintain your hair length such that your hair won't cover your ears, but in what way does this benefit anyone? You may think it's because of hygiene reasons, but if that's the case, the school should also ban long hair for girls. But no, girls can still have long hair, and that's why the only possible reason for this rule is sexism. Boys should have short hair and girls should have long hair because this is what society thinks, apparently, or at least that's what the old generation thinks. We're already in the 21st century and we still have these kind of gender stereotype rules that does nothing but bring inconvenience to students and increase the workload for teachers. Next up, you have the lining up rule. Whenever the principal or some teachers are making announcements, you have to walk from the classroom down to the outdoor court and then line up in ascending order of the school numbers. Then you have to stand for around 20 minutes just to listen to the principal saying useless shit like how phones are bad to society or why students should study hard. Now you might think, why doesn't the school use the public address system so that every student can listen to the announcements in their classrooms? Good question. I don't know. I mean, we do have the PA system, but I guess the principal will feel happier when he sees every single student is physically present to listen to his speech. This is a waste of time and energy, and worse, I sometimes saw students fainting because they couldn't stand the heat and the fact that we weren't able to drink water during this period. Now, remember what the principal says about how phones are bad for society. This brings me to the third dumbest rule, the no phone law. Basically, you need to hand in your phone to the office every day you arrive at school, and you can only get it back before you leave. The school's rationale for this policy is that phones will distract students, which makes sense on the surface. But for some reason, the school doesn't even allow you to use your phone other than to contact your parents if you're still wearing your school uniform outside of school. This is kind of insane, and not to mention, we're already in the digital age, and the fact that all college students are using phones or tablets for note-taking shows how backward thinking the school is. And last but not least, you're not allowed to have long nails. Your nails have to be kept at a length so that they are barely visible to the inspectors, otherwise you will get punished. Now, the upside of this rule is that it applies to both boys and girls. The downside of this rule is that it's troublesome as hell, especially for me, whose nails grow really fast. Every few days, at most every week, I'm gonna need to trim my nails. And although my nails are long by that time, they're not insanely long to a point where people will be utterly disgusted. Besides, we're not gonna use our nails to scratch other people like we are still 3-year-olds. So I really have no idea why the school is so strict about this. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Mr. Machine.